So we're going to start off with our table of content. Make sure you fill this out. Today's date is October 16th. And today's topic is exponent. And it will be on page 43. So very short title. So I'm going to go on to my next page. Page 43. And my title, once again, exponents. Alright, so what is an exponent? So, how many times have you seen a little number that looks just like this right at the top? So this little number is an exponent. And it shows repetitive multiplication. Not addition, multiplication. So let's review our parts. So my big number, our regular number, that is the base. So I'm going to label it over here. So that's the base, B for base. And it represents the number being multiplied. So that means we're going to be multiplying the number 5. And since it's repetitive multiplication, that means we're going to be multiplying the 5 over and over and over again. Now, my exponent, which is the little number that's flying up at the top, this is my exponent. And this tells us the number of times we multiply the base. So this is the number of times we multiply this number. So in this example, that means we would have the number 5, which is my base. So I'm going to rewrite it down here. So this is my power. We're going to write it out in expanded form that shows our repetitive multiplication. So we will have 5 multiplied by 5 and 5. Since my exponent is 3, that means we're going to multiply 5 3 times. So 5 times 5 times 5. So 5 times 5 times 5, and then we're going to solve. And we're just going to multiply left to right. 5 times 5 is 25. And then I need to multiply that by 5. And 25 times 5 is 125. So 5 to the power of 3 equals 125. And this is the exact same thing you're going to see in your assignment. You're going to have the power to the left. You're going to write it in expanded form using repetitive multiplication. And then this is your answer. So if you're asked to evaluate, it means to solve. So now these are some important rules to remember. So any number to the power of 0, meaning you have an exponent of 0, is 1. So no matter what your base is, no matter what this number is, if you have an exponent of 0, that means it's going to equal 1. So for example, 5 to the power of 0 equals 1. And I'm going to make that in a cloud because that's just a rule that we need to remember. Any number to the power of 0 equals 1. And then any number to the power of 1 is itself. 7 to the power of 1 will equal 7. 10 to the power of 1 will equal 10. 1,000 to the power of 1 will equal 1,000. So whatever the base is, that's what it will equal to if you have an exponent of 1. So let's try 2 examples, and then you can go on and do your assignment. So my first example is 4 to the power of 3. So in order to solve this, we need to write it in expanded form. So that means my base, my 4, is the number that I'm going to multiply. And I'm going to write it 3 times. So that means 4 times 4 times 4. So I have 1, 2, 3 fourths. And I'm getting this number from my exponent. And then I can solve. 4 times 4 is 16. And then 16 times 4, I'm going to do that off to the side, just so that I don't guess and get it wrong. 4 times 6 is 24, carry my 2. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 2 is 6. So my answer is 64. Notice that we do not multiply 4 times 3. This is not the same as 4 times 3. My answer is 64. If I multiply 4 times 3, that's going to give me 12. And they are not the same. Let's try another one. 3 to the power of 4. Now, they are the same numbers. However, they are in different spots. So that means they're going to give us a different answer. Now, this time, we're going to multiply 3 times 3, and we're going to do that 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need to have my base written 4 times, and we're going to multiply. And then just work left to right. 3 times 3 is 9. Bring everything else down. 9 times 3 is 27. Bring everything else down, and then 27 times 3, I'm going to do that off to the side so I don't guess and get it wrong. 7 times 3 is 21, 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8. So my answer equals 81. So 3 to the power of 4 equals 81. What about 12 to the power of 1? Well, since I have an exponent of 1, that means it's going to be 12. But if I were to write it in expanded form, I would have 12 one time, and it equals 12. Alright, at this time, go ahead and start your assignment. Don't forget to turn in your work.